Hello everyone, Big D here. So today I'm going to talk to you about the 90s. Okay, 90s kids versus today. So the thing is some people get confused. 90s is not necessarily the year you were born, it's the area that you grew up in. Okay, so I was born in 88, grew up in the 90s. Children nowadays have it easy. I mean, 90s kids are a special kind of human. Let's be real. Kids nowadays would have no idea they would struggle with how we grew up. First thing I want to talk about is our clothes. So back in the 90s, you know, we had the whole high-waisted pants that were ripped. We had windbreakers. We had bandanas and combat boots. We had style. Now, a lot of people will say we were the most unfashionable area, but I know that I felt cute in my light up sneakers and my overalls and my backwards Chicago Bulls hat. Okay, so, and not to mention also nowadays everything is so like, look at me and showing everything, where it was better for us to cover up. Okay. The TV shows, okay, for one thing, they were not infested with reality TV. The most reality TV that we had was Funniest Home Videos and Cops. Okay, that was our two reality TV shows that we had. Also, that can go along with our TV shows were more family orientated. We had Full House, we had Improvement, we had Friends and Roseanne, etc. And we had some of the best movies come out, which for instance would be that we had Toy Story, we had Pocahontas, Aladdin, The Lion King, Forrest Gump, Dazed and Confused, Mrs. Doubtfire, we had Pretty Woman, and Independence Day. But I would have to say that if you haven't watched Clueless or Home Alone, then you don't know anything about the 90s. Those were the two major ones that everybody had to watch or see. So, we also, when it came to our movies, we had VHS tapes that we rented, okay? And if you didn't rewind them before returning it to wherever you rented it from, you'd get a fine. Okay, you had to take time to rewind your movie to watch it. We didn't know when our TV shows were coming on. There was no guide channel. The only thing that we had was a guide TV book. You actually had to have the book to know when your show was coming on and what time it was coming on. And if you didn't catch it, it was gone forever. That's it. Okay, you don't get to go look on the internet or anything to see your TV show. That was it. Music, okay, we only had, for a little bit of our life, we had some cassette tapes our parents mostly listened to, and then we had CDs, okay? And nowadays, children don't understand the whole thrill of going and buying that album. Instead, they have iPads or iPods and MP3 players and cell phones. So they don't get that excitement to go run out and buy a CD. The difference in music nowadays as well. Okay, I think the 90s music is the best music. Okay, that's my opinion. For one thing, we have pop music that was so sweet. We had grunge music, which was sadness and anger. We had rock, which was heavy and intense. It made us 90s kids understand our own desires. Music was a guide to life for us 90s kids. That was all we had, was our music. Nowadays, pretty much on radio stations, every station has rap on it. Okay, even country songs now have rap on it. So, and we had all these different types of music we could listen to, and we enjoyed them all. The great thing about the 90s is that we got to see divas open up. We got to see them be created, like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera and Mandy Moore and Jessica Simpson. We've We found out what makes Shania Twain feel like a woman. We found out what fires up the Dixie Chicks. We had Whitney, Mariah, Celine, and those three just sang their ways right into our hearts. Boy bands all had frosted tips. Okay, blonde frosted tips like NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, LFO, 98 Degrees, etc. Okay, now I don't know much about sports. Okay, I'm not much of a sports person, but pretty much all you need to know is Michael Jordan. Okay, that's it. Our gun discussions consisted of who had the most powerful super soaker. That was it. That was our gun discussions. Technology now has changed so much. It may be hard to believe, but we actually had to talk to people. Like on the phone, we actually had to talk in person. There was no social media. There was no Facebook. Okay, that was your only way of communication, was in person or on the phone, or actually handwriting a letter. Okay, we had to handwrite everything. There was no Microsoft Works for us to type everything up on and print it off. 90s saw the birth of inventions that have changed our lives. We had Walkman and boombox to carry around for music. We had car phones, because there wasn't cell phones like there is now, but we had car phones. We had easy bake ovens, and one of the ones that we also had, they're called Gigapets. Okay, it's only like a little keychain and took care of your little pet. Okay. Our summers, we would have to play outside. There was no, let's go gaming. Let's go inside and just play a game or watch a movie. We started out with no internet. We actually had to go and play and talk to people and everything else. And when we did get internet, it was dial-up internet. Okay, you had to wait for it to connect. And if you had a phone in your house, you can't be on your phone and the internet at the same time. Last but not least, when 2000 hit, we all thought the world was going to end. So, you tell me what your favorite thing was about the 90s, growing up in the 90s. Okay, my favorite thing is the music, plain and simple. So, you tell me, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.